I'm John Arking. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. From tennis to taking on the role of talking about Palm Coast. A new face is at the helm of the city's communications department. Karen Johnson has details.
Brad West has lived in Palm Coast since 2004. For the last 7.5 years, West has served as the digital media coordinator for the Orlando-based Florida section of the United States Tennis Association. That experience and a strong background in communications and marketing in a community organization and in managing teams with over 15 years of experience, West is taking on the role of Senior Communication Officer for the city of Palm Coast.
It's heading up a small communications team within the city and handling the communications for the city and working with the local media outlets as well as internal communications, and supporting the internal departments with promotions and their messaging as well.
As Chief Communications Officer, West will report to City Manager Matthew Morton. He will manage a small team of communications professionals at City Hall. The team is charged with overseeing the city's communications to help keep local residents informed and tell the city's story to potential businesses and partners.
It's tough to know what's going on and tough to keep people informed and with all the different channels. And I think I can bring some of my experience to this role to help improve that and help people get to the information they need when they need it and, move forward as well as tell our story, beyond the borders of Palm Coast.
West is scheduled to start on October 5th. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
4 juveniles are facing charges after the Flagler County Sheriff's Office responded to Hammock Beach Resort Sunday morning after receiving reports of criminal mischief on the golf course. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Through investigation, it was determined that some kids staying there on vacation with their mom decided to steal a golf cart, drive over different golf course signs, and damage the course. I guess what they didn't realize is that there are a lot of cameras at the resort. Deputies contacted the suspects who admitted to their bad behavior, and they were arrested for felony criminal mischief, processed at the Flagler County Jail, taken to the Department of Juvenile Justice, who released them to their mom with a court date in the future.
In addition to the surveillance footage, a wallet that belonged to one of the juveniles was also found on the course. In total, the property damage was estimated at about $5,000. All 4 juveniles were arrested and charged with grand theft and criminal mischief. Meanwhile, 2 fugitives on the run from felony drug charges are behind bars after information passed along to the sheriff's office led to their arrest last week at a Volusia County motel. Sheriff Staley.
Our deputies received information that 2 fugitives were hiding in a hotel on US 1 near the Volusia Flagler County line. Our deputies, along with BCSO deputies, staked out the hotel and were able to apprehend both wanted fugitives. This is a reminder to the criminals that you cannot run, you cannot change counties and expect to get away. We will still find you, we will still arrest you, and we will put you in the Green Roof Inn to face your charges.
Arrested were 39-year-old Margaret Tillman and 38-year-old Matthew Tagliaboschi, who were staying at the Days Inn in Ormond Beach near Destination Daytona. A search of the motel room found nearly 14 grams of methamphetamine. Both Tillman and Tagliaboschi have extensive criminal histories. They were charged with a variety of drug counts. Tagliaboschi is being held on an $11,000 bond, while Tillman is jailed on a $10,000 bond.
2 men are vying for Palm Coast City Council member seat 1.
Flagler Tiger Bay Club's Howard Holly, who moderated the event, said that one city council candidate was missing.
So let's get started with introductions for the candidates of City Council seat 1. Only one of the 2 candidates is here with us tonight. Ed Danko had a previous commitment.
Candidate Jones says he has several goals if he's elected.
My goal is to develop ways to relieve the tax burden on the citizens of Palm Coast, to bring down debt, to increase the involvement of the voice of the people, to lower spending, to ensure equal rights to all citizens.
After he found out how much the city spends on law enforcement through the contract with the Flagler County Sheriff's Department, Jones backed off his call for Palm Coast to have its own police department.
When I did my own research and I looked at one of our neighboring cities, I saw that it was almost $20 million to run a police force. And when I put that up against what we are paying now with the Sheriff's Department, it was kind of a no-brainer.
Jones said he thinks a city should have its own police department, but that it's not feasible in Palm Coast. Again, Sims Jones' opponent, Ed Danko, was not at the forum. You can hear the entire two-night event at flaglerbroadcasting.com. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm John Erking.